Good morning and welcome to another episode of Josh and Pat. I'm Joshua Klein, joined by Patrick Hassett, and a team that was once 4-8, completely over, franchise dead, now has a 67% chance of making the playoffs. The Green Bay Packers are in this. All they need to happen is for them to win. And that's it, right?
Yeah, they need to win.
That's
it.
Is it win and in?
Win and in.
For sure? Seahawks don't need to lose?
Just win. Just win, baby. That's what Al Davis said.
Actually, do we know this for sure?
Yes, you win and they're in.
They for sure?
Yes.
The Packers just need to win and they're in.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is crazy, guys. Legitimately, the Packers they were dead. Like, week 12. They were dead. Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVP for a reason, apparently. No weapons. Front office still hates him, right? They're out here, if they make the playoffs, everyone knows. If you make the playoffs, all you need to do is string together a few good games. Bengals did it last year, and we've seen teams do it in the past. They have a legitimate shot here. And maybe this is the secret sauce they needed, because think about this, Patrick.
I'm thinking.
Every year they come in and they're like the 1 seed, 2 seed,
lose.
High expectations. They lose. Maybe they need the fly under the radar type mentality. Now, granted, I'll be honest with you, Patrick, I don't think they make the playoffs because the Detroit Lions are right there. And we all know we're pulling for the Detroit Lions. But yeah, the Packers beat, a quarterback who, the narrative is still continuing, Patrick.
It wasn't 1 o'clock.
It wasn't 1 o'clock, and that's what people were saying. Kirk Cousins, I don't understand how Kirk Cousins just has no, I don't get it. Like, he could have got the 1 seed.
Here's what I would do.
Did they not know the 1 seed was on the table?
Here's what I would do if I was Kirk Cousins. I would play better. That's what I would do. But
no, but the Vikings really could have just locked up the 1 seed, right? Like, if they won, they would have been like...
Right, they could have... Here's the thing.
They had a very good chance.
Is I think we need to look at the Vikings and we need to say, maybe they aren't that good. Which I know people have been saying, are the Vikings frauds? Are they this? Are they that?
Some would say that.
Okay, I get they win close games and stuff. But a couple of their losses have been flat out embarrassing. This Packers game, the Cowboys game, that can't happen. Look, you're going to have off weeks in the NFL, but this is just, it's different. This feels different with this Vikings team.
Yeah, I do not have faith in their ability to do well in the playoffs, but also it's the NFC, and so we know
very top heavy.
NFC teams are, very top heavy, so we don't really know what can happen. It's interesting, though, because obviously if they want, Eagles lose, which makes the 1 seed, a very real possibility. Eagles lose to the Saints, which, by the way, Patrick, when I was saying on the show last week, I said, hey, Cowboys can win the division. Saints if Saints beat the Eagles and things work out, and Josh, you said that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. I still think the
Eagles lose to the Saints.
Yeah, but I still think the Eagles win the division, and I still think the Cowboys have to go on.
But is Jalen Hurts playing?
If Jalen Hurts, if they need Jalen Hurts to play, he will play. Okay.
That's really.
He was back at practice this week. So look, I still think the Eagles they're gonna run the division. They're gonna get the 1 seed. Jalen Hurts and the boys will get a week off before they have the divisional round matchup. I'm worried about the Cowboys because I do not trust the Cowboys because in this hypothetical, I get it. The Cowboys, you're saying, Josh, I think you're wrong. They're not going to win the division. I'm saying it right now. The Cowboys are not winning the NFC East. Okay?
They could do it.
But I think they're going to lose when they go to Tampa Bay. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but I'm just
Tampa Bay, Mike Evans went crazy yesterday.
Just insane.
Insane.
Single-handedly probably won dozens of fantasy matchups.
Yeah, and it sucks because for me, I could be in the championship, could have been in the championship, right? My team, literally, the worst performance from every single player of the year. Like if you click them on their names, you can see, oh, this is their like all their week scores. Literally all like
Sure, everybody feels
over
bad.
half. Like Stephon Diggs, like got maybe 3 points. DeAndre Hopkins got me like 2 points.
Everybody watching this, and
Josh Jacobs got me like
Josh.
4 points. It was awful. And then this week, I don't care because I'm in like the consolation for third place. I don't play for third place, by the way. I play for first place. And by the way, I would have won the championship this week if I was in it.
But you didn't.
But I didn't even start Mike Evans. I left him on the bench. Put DeAndre Hopkins there. Turns out, did he even play? I don't think he did.
I don't.
I probably would have paid because he got 0 points. So I probably would have monitored that situation a little bit more closely if I was in the championship.
You can't talk about how you like don't care, and then you obviously clearly care.
I don't care. Okay, whatever. It's not my fault. I put together a team to win. My players didn't show up. That's not on me. It's like Eric DaCosta. He put together a squad to win, but it's not his fault that Greg Roman sucks. But
kind of
the East is really interesting. We were talking about we were talking about obviously the Eagles there.
Yes.
We're talking about the Cowboys there. The other two teams, it's been a wild day for the NFC East because on the one hand, Brian Daboll breaks the boat curse.
The boat curse is gone.
Boat curse is dead.
This is what I think they need to do, Josh. I think they need to recreate the boat picture.
I think they need to put a statue of the boat in front of the stadium, in front of MetLife.
Which will be hilarious. Brian Daboll's a hero in New York. Okay, this guy, you look at him on the sideline, you go, that guy knows ball.
Yeah.
And apparently he does because he's taken Daniel Jones to the playoffs.
Daniel Jones is he a franchise quarterback?
No.
Under Brian Daboll, he might be.
Nope, he's serviceable.
But do you think this is terrible, the worst case scenario for Giants fans?
No.
Because now it's like they make the playoffs and it's like, okay, well, I guess we got to roll Daniel Jones for the foreseeable future. It's like, because if you make the playoffs, it's like, okay, well.
But they didn't sign him to the long-term contract, so they're not committed to him.
I feel like though they're going to have to commit to him because it's very hard to make it into the playoffs, right? If you do make it to the playoffs, the quarterback who brought you to the playoffs is usually his job is usually somewhat secure because there's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL who are absolutely terrible, who suck. And it's like, well, if it's so hard to find a quarterback and we actually found one who at least is good enough to get us to the playoffs, they're going to potentially roll with him. Something better could be out there, but they're also a lot of other worse people could be out there. I think this just means Daniel Jones is going to be the quarterback for New York for a time to come.
Yeah, we'll see. They'll make that decision when they have to. I think they're just happy to be in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, but Commanders, man. You see not post game. It was just regular press conference that just went viral yesterday. Ron Rivera asked, about who he's starting at quarterback and if that changes depending on if they get eliminated. And he's like, we can get eliminated? And everyone immediately, his first reaction is, a head coach of the football team doesn't know what needs to happen for them to be eliminated or make the playoffs? It's that's literally your job. That's one of the few things you're supposed to know. You know how many fans across America know? Ridiculous.
This is what's going to save Ron Rivera. The fact that Dan Snyder is possibly selling the team. The new owner's going to want to bring in who he wants to bring in, his guys, right? Ron Rivera is a lame duck coach that gets way too much credit for making one Super Bowl. Not even winning a Super Bowl, but gets too much credit. I hear he's a very nice guy. That's great. But at the end of the
beat
day...
cancer, right?
What?
Beat cancer, didn't he?
Yeah, great for him. But what I can tell you is I don't want to say we, but there's sentiment that's oh, he's the structure the Commanders need. And there's a lot of... It's tough. I don't know if anyone can win as the Commanders coach.
I don't know if it's possible.
But guess what? Ron Rivera, probably not the guy.
Now, if they start Heineke.
You want to talk about embarrassing? That was the Commanders' worst offensive output since, do you remember when, Josh?
No.
It was a Thursday night game against the Bears. I believe it was week 6. Who started that game? Carson Wentz.
Man, I was rooting for Carson Wentz. I really was. Because I felt like, hey, Carson Wentz's ceiling is high. And I was like, maybe he's been listening to the noise. And maybe he's going to show up and be his, like, the best version of himself. Turns out, not the case at all. Not, like, just completely not the case. And Indianapolis has to feel pretty good that they got rid of his contract right now. Like, they're probably like, holy crap, how did we do this? How did we do it? Really? I mean, I've seen reads, Patrick, where he was throwing the ball, like, he threw the ball in double coverage on that one interception, and like he had a wide open touchdown, just like literally if he turned his head like this. Ridiculous. Commanders fans have to feel just completely miserable. They're eliminated, and they're watching literally every single other team in their division go off and make the playoffs. Yeah. And like all 3 of the teams, I would say, have a shot at going on a run. Like I think that Giants probably less than the other 2 teams, but I think the Giants could still like people don't understand. It's any given Sunday. All you have to do is string together a few wins, and you're in the Super Bowl. Like literally, you just gotta get hot at the right time. So it's wild. 49ers played the Raiders yesterday, and people are like, flashbacks of Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. You know, that's what people were saying.
Let's time out. It was Jared Stidham versus Brock Purdy. let's calm down a bit.
So people were saying, man, like I've seen this before. I've seen, this is gonna be one of those classic, guys. We're gonna watch these guys, and in 5 years, 10 years, we're gonna go, man. You remember that first time that Brock Purdy and Jared Stidham played? Like, do you remember that? Like, where were you? It's like I remember where I was. And that's going to be the conversation.
Here's the funny part is Josh McDaniels benching, well, really just absolutely just, they fired Derek Carr. They just fired him from the team.
And simultaneously lost their best receiver in that transaction.
Well, not really, because he kind of went off yesterday.
No. I'm saying future, next year.
We'll see.
We all know he's gone. We'll
see.
He said that if his Super Bowl caliber, or his Hall of Fame caliber best friend isn't playing quarterback, I ain't going to be there.
Yeah, I doubt that when Tom Brady is his quarterback next year.
But he's going to the Dolphins.
We'll see. Whatever. Anyway, what happened yesterday with Jared Stidham is what Ron Rivera thought was going to happen with Carson Wentz, and he could have been more wrong. Jared Stidham proved that he can be an NFL-capable quarterback, which I didn't know existed.
But he also proved that Derek Carr probably not responsible for the fact that they've lost a lot of games.
But the offense hasn't looked that good in weeks. I thought it proved the opposite, Josh. I thought it proved that Derek Carr is struggling in the system.
Because game-sealing interception from a boy like...
He got hit.
So he
got hit.
I'm just saying Derek Carr
went to overtime versus one of the best teams in the NFL.
Which some are saying are frauds. Not me. I just want to let
Josh
everyone know.
could never.
When I say some people are saying, I'm not some people. Sometimes I'm some people. But a lot of times I'm not. I'm just the liaison between what some people are saying and you guys and the show. Because I got my nose on the internet, I'm down. I'm in the trenches. I'm saying, what are people saying? I'm looking at tweets that have 0 likes, 0 retweets.
Boom.
That's the kind of dedication I'm bringing to this show. So when I say some people, don't give me the disrespect of just putting that on my opinion. That's the opinion of the internet. And I'm doing my due diligence. I'm doing my research.
Right. So Josh,
49ers potentially frauds though. Patrick, I think the 49ers are frauds. I'm some people.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So I was like, Josh, tell me why you think they're frauds.
Here's why. I think they're good. Don't get me wrong. Their defense is very solid. They got weapons. I just don't think they're super proven. And I think when it comes down to it, they have an all-right quarterback in Brock Purdy. I don't think he's the guy. I think 49ers fans will tell you that Brock Purdy's not the guy.
Right. But
I think you don't have Debo right now.
Josh,
I think that
49ers fans will tell you Brock Purdy's not the guy, but in the back of their mind, that they think Brock Purdy's going to win them a Super Bowl.
And the difference is, it's like Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy, in my mind, are completely interchangeable. And we know that Jimmy G wasn't enough to get that team to win a Super Bowl. As good as the team is, a quarterback still matters a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
And by the way, Trey Lance, not the guy either. I just had to throw that in there. I think that the 49ers will, they'll obviously are going to make the playoffs. They're obviously, I think they probably maybe could get a win. I don't see them going, toe to toe with a team like the Eagles. And by the way, Eagles are also frauds. Honestly, there's not frauds in that whole list of teams in the NFC. You know who else?
That was quite a rant.
Might be frauds.
Who, Josh?
But maybe not frauds, because
what team isn't a fraud?
You know who's not a fraud? Jacksonville Jaguars. And I wasn't going to talk about this next. Jacksonville Jaguars are the opposite of frauds. They were overlooked by everybody. But turns out what people's perception of them is the opposite of what they really are. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, he's like second coming of Peyton Manning.
That's what they compared him to, yeah.
I know.
Good job.
And now I'm saying he is. There's a second there, Patrick. No, don't give me that. There was a second where Trevor Lawrence was I'm not going to say the B word, but he was bust. And turns out he just had a very, the worst head coach of all time.
Yeah, it turns out it's just Urban Meyer.
And by the way, now that I see how Urban Meyer did in the NFL, I'm going, could I coach at Ohio State?
Well, no, because the funny part is,
I think I could. I think that, by the way, if on the record, I think I could coach at Ohio State. If I have enough 5-star talent, I'm just throw the boys out there.
How would you be as a coach? Are you just a guy off vibes? It's like, yeah, vibes are good.
Okay, so I like to think I'm a nice marriage between Mike McDaniels and Bill Belichick. I'm gonna have your moments where I'm like, hey, good stuff, man. Oh, dude, that's a great route, But then, and I'll also have those moments where I sit you down in the office and I have those tough conversations and I say, what are we doing? Hey, if you don't get your stuff together, you're out the door, okay? Because I got 70,000 high school players that are ready to commit right now and take your spot. But that's not really relevant, Patrick. Jaguars are relevant, and they're going to potentially win a playoff game, maybe even 2, maybe even 3.
Dare you say 4?
Dare I say 4? And it just, it's crazy. And I had this conversation yesterday with somebody. If you're a Jaguars fan, you cannot be more happy right now. On record, Dave Klein says 2024 or 2023 technically. 2024, there it is. AFC Championship game, Jaguars present.
Well, 2024 season or 2024
No, 20.
year?
That's why I was getting confused.
Because
it's technically
that's what I've always hated.
I always hated that because I was thinking because we're 2022 season,
but now it's 2023.
Yeah. So, but that's what he's saying. So not this year, next year. And I think
So then why didn't you just say next year? You should have just said
because I was trying to give the emphasis. I'm sorry, I confused it. I'm still working, Patrick. The show is, it's like...
No, that was brilliant. You know why? Because you say 2024, you can use it for 2 years.
Boom, exactly. So that's like, I just doubled my chances of hitting on
Right, because if it doesn't hit next year, you'd be like, no, I meant like the 2024 season.
Exactly. Yeah. They have to be pumped. The Jaguars have had nothing since Blake Bortles. And now
I still am so mad that they lost to the Patriots in the AFC
that's
Championship
fun.
game.
I mean, that's fun. I mean, but let's be real. Do they deserve to go to the Super Bowl?
Josh,
But
they were
that was the year.
Josh, we had a chance to get Nick Foles versus Blake Bortles in the Super Bowl.
Would have been hilarious. Oh, that would have been awesome. I do you think like in that timeline, Eagles lose?
Possibly because I
The defense for the Jaguars was like
legit.
I mean, they had Jalen Ramsey, right?
Miles Jack on there.
Like,
I think they had Calais Campbell.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean they had
awesome.
some guys. So
That's hilarious, though. Another defense that showed up when they had to, Patrick. Pittsburgh Steelers.
yeah,
Last night was a tough night. Obviously, we don't hide the fact that we're Ravens fans here. We try to keep the Ravens fandom from making all of our opinions biased. We do. We try to be neutral. But it's hard not to be biased after last night to say the Ravens are the worst.
Josh,
We have no chance in the playoffs. Never in the history of the NFL has there been a team that's clinched the playoffs who has a worse chance of winning in the playoffs. The Detroit Lions have a better chance of winning a playoff game this year, and their playoff chances are 17%.
right? And it's not even like the Ravens are playing in a bad division where it's like they're like in the Buccaneers. It's not like they're in the NFC South where they're just guaranteed a game because they won the division and it was a bad division. No. Let's not get this wrong. Like the Ravens, like they might be a wild card team if they don't win the division. So the Ravens, if they win a playoff game, it will be nothing short of a miracle.
Nothing short. I mean, Greg Roman has like no idea what he's like calling plays, and like we'll have a spurt there where J.K. Dobbins is breaking off 15-yard runs, and I'm going, is Greg Roman the greatest mastermind for the run game of all time?
Well, because he is.
And then I go,
Because he is.
Then we can't pick up a first down, and I'm like, well, we just need to pick up a first down, and if we pick up first down, we win the game. It's like, what are we doing?
There's nothing like getting a return to the opposing 40, and then you come out and you get -3 yards.
How do you do it?
It's impossible.
But the Steelers have to feel pretty good right now because Pickett made another game-winning drive, and all this guy does apparently is make game-winning drives.
Those throws that he made last night, I mean, those were he's a dude.
But the thing is, he doesn't make any throws the entire game except for like game-winning drives apparently.
Yeah, but like, look, he's a rookie, so
Like,
I take it. Like, if I'm a Steelers fan, like I'm sitting there going,
gotta be
okay,
happy
I like
about
that.
it.
Yeah,
But I mean, the Steelers. So what needs to happen for them to make it? Steelers win next week.
boom, win, won.
That's where you were going to come.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This thing.
Steelers win. This is how the Steelers. Boom, cut. Boom. This is how the Steelers win. Well, no. This is how. This segment has just gone haywire.
Just tell me how the Steelers win, Patrick.
Boom. How they make the playoffs. Steelers must win one game.
Okay.
They win that game. Okay. They must have the Patriots lose against the Bills in Buffalo. Seems legit, right? The Dolphins, looking like they're going to be without Tua Tagovailoa and possibly Teddy Bridgewater, must lose to the New York Jets.
Jeez Louise. So you're telling me this is like legitimate chance?
Pretty solid chance, I'd say.
Gosh dang it.
And it all could have been done if the Ravens just had a capable offense.
And now Mike Tomlin's going to have another winning season.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Like, he's going to get a winning season. They're going to win next week. They're going to beat the Browns. You know this.
Well, I don't know, man. Browns, they've been on a one-game run of crushing playoff hopes.
They play the Commanders.
But they also kept playoff hopes alive by, oh my gosh, yeah, Browns have been keeping playoff hopes alive, actually, because you think about the Packers situation there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is an interesting situation. So, whatever, man. I don't even care. Steelers, why don't they just win the whole dang Super Bowl while they're at it, you know?
I don't. Ravens Twitter is a very toxic place. I want to say that.
It's not toxic. It's just real,
Sure. Okay.
It's just real. What are we doing? This makes no sense, Patrick. Makes no sense.
They're not a good football team, Josh. They're not good. And I'm not saying this as like
Lamar Jackson looks so cool on the sidelines with his sunglasses.
Lamar Jackson has to literally be like the best player in the history of the NFL if the Ravens want to make a run.
Maybe that's possible. No players ever look cooler on the sideline though, which sucks because he spends a lot of time on the sideline.
Did you see how much fun him and Marcus Peters were having last night?
Too much fun. Hey, take it seriously, guys. Care about the win. That's all I'm saying. Patrick, is that camera still on?
Camera's on.
Wow. That's great. I don't know, Patrick. It's going to be an interesting world. I'd like to think that maybe there's just a chance where we can figure things out. But at this point, I think we know who the Ravens are.
Frauds.
Kind of bummed, Patrick. I was supposed to play Spike Ball today. Well, not bummed. Spike Ball was on the table today. Now, if not, and I probably wasn't going to be able to make it anyway because I got a lot of work to do. But it is a bummer because I am going pro this summer.
There's been this fly, Josh. That is
I know. It's like
absolutely.
But where do flies even like? I've been seeing it fly around, and
where did it come from?
Where did it come from?
This is. It's been landing on my face, and
it's like a paid actor right now.
Yeah,
I've been seeing it fly around, and I'm like, where do fly? It's the middle of winter. Like, there's no reason there should be a fly alive.
Does the fly like sports?
It's a fan. Hold up. I got this. Hold up. We gotta get this thing. I'm gonna get it out here. Okay.
How this?
Here we go.
It flies away.
Hold up. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this thing out of here. Where'd it go?
Josh, I don't think we're getting the fly out.
Gosh dang. Okay. Okay, well, I think that's a great place to end the show. Thank you guys for listening, watching.
The flies.
They're still there. Jeez Louise. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Start your morning right, okay? Hey, let's go attack the new year. Oh, Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy. Wait. Let's be the last to wish you
a happy new year. Yeah, I mean, this new year, here's what's going to happen. I'm just going to give you guys a brief rundown.
Give it to us.
Best new year of all time. Because think about it. 1 year just has to be the best, if you think about it. There's going to be a year eventually that's going to be objectively the best.
Yeah, 1 year has to be the best.
Why
not this year?
Why not this year? Hey, you have that goal? Go do it, man. On record, and this is just, this might be,
This is on record.
Just saying this. This company going to have at least $1 revenue in 2023.
I think that's possible.
Maybe even $1.50.
Well, but we got to, you get inflation, like that's, Josh, do we put that in? You missed it, dude. That was a terrible effort.
It was far away.
I don't even. That was like. Even if you got the fly, I don't even think that clap was gonna kill it.
Okay. Whatever. Hey, attack your new year. Happy New Year from Josh and Pat.
Boom.
Take it easy. Boop. Show's over. It just makes no sense to me how that fly is just really consistently just. Oh, is this perfect time?
Yeah, perfect time.
So 30 minutes is the time period, it seems like.